We have no division too deep for us to heal, and there is no enemy too strong for us to overcome. Because in America, we never lose faith. We never forget who we are, and we never stop striving for a better future. Together, we cannot fail.
All right, Congressman Lee Zeldin is our first guest, joins us from out on Long Island. Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming on again. We always appreciate it. The president's comments there, I don't know that he's, and I think he's not referring directly to Senator Mitch McConnell, but now the White House in its statement is, are the two of these men in the middle of kind of drawing some sort of a truce? And, more importantly, do they need to?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And that could be a very good thing because there's a lot that the president wants to accomplish that the Senate Republicans want to accomplish, the House Republicans as well, aligned on, you take tax reform. Everyone may be in agreement right now on at least 90% of what it should look like. As far as the appropriations process goes and securing our southern border, the House passed legislation just before the August recess for the appropriation. On the Senate side, if they're going to have any difficulty getting the 60 votes, I agree with the president that the Senate should change their rules and just pass the appropriations bill with 51. It funds the need to secure our border, and it avoids a government shutdown. It's what the American people voted for last November.
Now, talk about a government shutdown, which we'll talk more in detail about in a few minutes. That was one of the things I think that rattled the markets a little bit today. Nothing crazy, but Wall Street was down, and that came up at the president's rally last night. But also this feud with McConnell that's been out there that now it looks like they're trying to patch up. That's been bothering, investors as well. Do you think the president realizes he needs Senator McConnell?
Well, I think that in many respects, they need each other because they have priorities. Senator McConnell, Senate Republicans would like to get legislation passed into law that they want the president to sign. The president has important priorities that he campaigned on and is still pushing that needs to get through Congress first. And ideologically, they actually agree on a lot more than their political opposition is willing to give them credit for, especially on the highest priorities that we're all talking about as looking forward with tax reform and the appropriations process.
I don't know if it matters, Congressman, but who's right in your view in this back and forth between the president and the establishment in his own party?
Well, the president is trying to shake the status quo, and he is absolutely correct in his advocacy for the Senate Republicans to change the filibuster rule to ensure that we are able to get the government that the American people voted for. When you see that there's a House Republican majority now, a Senate Republican majority, President Trump now in the White House, not Hillary Clinton, and what we campaigned for, if you need 8 Democrats, Senate Democrats, to pass our priorities, they're not going to give us the most important stuff. They're going to play games. They're going to abuse the filibuster rule. And if they're going to abuse it, in many respects, they're punishing, they're penalizing the American public for it, for their own political gamesmanship.
But there is a lot that can get done if the Republican Party just gets together on some of these issues, and maybe they're trying to now as they look to patch things up. Congressman Zeldin, always good to see you. Thank you very much for coming on.